Wow, you'll see the storm hit Jonah as a ship that he was on, and Jonah is totally seeing this storm just before him, as if the God is speaking to him through this storm loud and clear, and just demanding him to do what he knows he needs to do. Such a storm pounced on that ship that all the sailors cried to their gods and tossed cargo over, splash the side. So you'll see here things are being thrown out, being wasted because of Jonah's choice. Then the captain talked to Jonah. "Wake up, fellow, pray. It's my fault," admitted Jonah. "You can't run away from my God. So pick me up, boys. Toss me in the sea." Jonah admits that the reason why the storm is taking place here on the ship is because of Jonah himself, and that he is the cause of why they are just feeling all this destruction and tossing all their cargo and just getting all in the middle of this storm, and just getting bombarded here with so much things and consequences of this storm. So here's Jonah now in the water. We'll see in the picture. He admits that it's because of him. Now the people on the ship also know that he had a God. He had a different God, possibly from their encounter initially, and then tells him to pray to his God, or just maybe in general to his God here, because that's what they've been doing as well. And they see the need of prayer and crying out to a higher being here. And surely that is the case, for there is one true God, but their God is not the one true God. And they see here that the one true God is interacting with Jonah, even though he is making a mistake, but that they're seeing that his God is true. And hopefully they're able to see that the gods that they've been praying to is not the true God, and search for the one true God here. And that this one true God does, follow after his children. Try to convince them, if that is the case, try to get them back on the right track as much as he can, even if it means this phenomenon of a storm taking place. So it says here, splash, they did it. All of the people had thrown him out of the ship. They did it, and a great fish gulped him hungrily. You'll see the fish right here in the background. Jonah sat there in its belly for 3 nights and days, begging God for help. "He'll save me. Then I'll give him praise." He believed that God could save him, that's the God that put him there in the first place, because of his own choices, because of his own doing, because of him not obeying the Lord. So he knows that it's his fault, but that he also knows that the Lord is merciful and that he can take him out of this belly of a fish. He does now turn to what he needs to do, and eventually gets there and tells God that he will talk to the people of Nineveh. Sure enough, God made the fish spit Jonah on the shore. There he sat, all damp and battered. "I will run no more." He really sees enough is enough. He's been there for 3 days and 3 nights. That's enough for him. And that's enough for him to really obey the Lord now. He's just yucky, full of saliva of this fish, as he is being vomited here out of the fish's mouth. "Go to Nineveh," God told him. "Tell them what I said." "Yes," said Jonah, and he hurried off full steam ahead. He just wants to do it once and for all. He wants to just obey the Lord regardless of how he feels, even if he doesn't want to do it. And this is where we're at. You'll see here, poor Jonah being in a situation that he doesn't want to be in, but this is just a situation where he really has to obey the Lord ultimately. That is the mission. That's the goal, despite himself, despite what he's thinking, what he's feeling. And then it's manifesting here also in his outer appearance, that he's dirty. He's like not choosing that wise, godly way, but being, the opposite, being unclean, being dirty, being, outside here. But in the inside, things are changing, and he just has to just go straight now to his mission here, as he is now in the middle of Nineveh, just dropped off here in the middle of Nineveh. So he does his duty here, what he needs to do. And here he is talking to the people of Nineveh. Nineveh was such a large place. It took 3 days